There comes a time in every soul's journey where you must choose either to stay bothered by the emotional chaos of others or walk in your own power and peace that has always been yours. This video is for the woman who is tired of shrinking or being held accountable for others with low self-esteem. This video is for the soul-ready woman who is ready to walk away without guilt and say, my peace is not up for negotiation.
This is the essence of femininity, healing emotion, bold energy, grace in my walk, truth in my voice, loving myself is my power, my choice. Butterfly wings, I rise and I shine. The past behind me, the future is mine.
Hi there. I am the Essence of Femininity, your certified professional life and recovery coach for codependency recovery. And this is my YouTube channel. I'm Yellow Butterfly. Today's message is a lengthy one, but oh, it's ever so necessary because recently I have been experiencing a wave of projection from people who I thought were decent people. And this new emboldenment that has been embraced since the beginning of this year has filtered out into something that I did not expect from them. So this message is not only for you, but it's for me too. So grab your journal, your pen or your pencil, and let's begin. There comes a time in every soul's journey when a pivotal choice must be made. Either continue allowing familiar shadows to rob you of your light and of your peace, or rise unyielding into your rightful place. Now, this decision is not for the timid or those who are still entangled into people pleasing. It's a call to those that are ready to reclaim their crown, to walk in defiant grace and make a sacred choice to just ground yourself in self-respect. Ground it so deeply that toxic people and toxic energy can no longer find access to you. Understand this truth. The most powerful boundaries are not drawn with words or gestures, but it's silent. It's a steady thunder of like self-respect. And I understand this more now because after using my words to set the record straight as I thought. However, this boundary that I'm going to talk about now, it's not etched in any sand, but it's in your soul. It's a covenant between you and your higher self that says, I am not your battlefield. I'm not your scapegoat or your emotional landfill. You get it? Drawing this line is not the rejection of respect, but it's purification. Let's call it that. Any connection that costs your dignity is not any type of respect, love, or a friendship. It's not harmonious. It's actually bondage. And this line is drawn the moment you stop explaining your no, stop justifying your exhaustion, and stop being moved by chaos that is not yours. This is where my aha moment recently occurred. It shows in your silence, in your absence, in your clarity. This is not done in danger, but in a form of righteousness. This is for those who strive on disrespect. They're not going to hear decency no matter how loud you speak it. So let the marrow of your silence speak instead. Everything that cannot honor your worth will either evolve, retreat, or reveal its true nature. And still, you better not flinch. For the line you draw now is not a threat. Think of it as a threshold. It marks the end of beginning of who you are becoming. Make a note about this because this is the applied learning after my aha moment that I want to share with you. So make note of what I'm about to say. Stop pouring your light into vessels that only come to dim it. This is not arrogance. This is sacred. It is yours. Do not shrink to soothe others. Do not explain your glow or trim it to fit someone else's insecurity. Your radiance is not for dissecting or negotiation. It is for the culmination of healing, perseverance, and unseen victories that you have. Your glow is your testimony. It is a beautiful declaration that you have survived and thrived. The world will applaud you or resist you, but your worth remains unshaken. You are not responsible for making your brilliance and authenticity palatable to those who choose blindness, bias, or toxicity. Okay? Write that down. Let them whisper, let them misunderstand you. Allow them to label your clarity as cruelty, rudeness, or arrogance, or in my case, uppity. You do not exit to make them feel good about themselves. Your presence was never meant to be a burden. But if they see your light as too heavy, then the hell with them. Let them go. Don't be around them, and handle your interactions with them very lightly and with extreme caution, I may add. Let them sit with what they feel, reject their projection and anything else that is a window into their defeated souls. Your purpose, your peace, my purpose, my peace, it came at a cost. Sleepless nights, silent days, lonely growth. So don't explain it. Don't let anyone ever walk away attempting to make you feel like they're blowing out your flame to help ignite theirs. Let your peace be loud. Let your joy be loud. Let it be disruptive. Let your boundaries be unshakable. Your silence is not passive. It is power. It is forged in self-mastery. It is forged in self-respect. It is not the absence of voice, but it is the presence of wisdom. It speaks louder than any argument, any explanation. It is what it is, and I am not yours to provoke. Let them know that you do not bleed for the battles unworthy of your spirit. You withhold your energy, not out of fear, but from understanding, because silence is the teacher, the boundary. It is your shield. So refuse to dance for their circus of chaos. Let their tent collapse without your breath holding it up. Protect your energy like it is sacred soil, because it is. And when you stop reacting to every fire they set, you become free. I reacted. I had a moment where I forgot and I reacted. They want you to react. They want to pull you to their level so that they can feel either equal or better. So stop apologizing for your existence. Stop auditioning for their understanding. You do not need to justify your boundaries or explain your absence to nobody. Sometimes silence is the most eloquent answer. Sometimes your withdrawal is the most powerful sermon you can preach. Respect is not something you beg for or barter with. It is a pillar that you build your life upon. It is a birthright. And when you compromise your boundaries to keep the peace, and I compromised mine without realizing what I had did, just know this: you bury yourself one piece at a time. But everything, eventually, the soul, it'll declare enough is enough. Don't shrink. Don't go through whatever it is they're trying to put you. Don't soften who you are. Your spirit is going to raise up with a quiet thunderous conviction, I may add. And your spirit may say, my respect is not negotiable. You begin to walk differently. You engage with grace, but you do not tolerate disrespect. You hear me? You mirror reverence, not through fury, but stillness. Respect does not need to roar. Sometimes it is that quiet exit. Sometimes it is the sacred silence that speaks louder than confrontation. Your absence becomes a message to those who mishandled your presence. Okay? Let that sink in. This is strength. This is noble silence. This is not weakness. It is a self-respect in action. It is knowing when to shut it down and take all of your worth with you. Because too often we are told to do things this way or that way, or explain it or play nice, even when our spirit is eroding inside. But the real power, it lies in our quietness. And in other words, pay them no mind. They don't deserve energy or attention. That stillness becomes a mirror that shows the cost of trying you. So guard your peace. Guard it as if it was $1,000,000, because it is. And in a world that will label your calmness as cold or disrespectful or prideful or conceited or whatever else they want to label you as, that's fine. Your peace is not for sale. It is not traded for their dose of oxytocin, or offered as a casualty in somebody else's mental war. Every time you choose or allow chaos to touch your center, you're teaching yourself that this is normal. And that is never okay. Protecting your peace means saying no without guilt, closing the door without an apology, and choosing silence over madness. Again, this is what I have to remind myself of, because I was pissed, and you can kind of tell it in this video. It means building a life on rhythm and reason, not reaction. It is not selfish. It is not self-sabotaging. It is honoring yourself. It is teaching other people how you will be treated. It is letting them know with clarity that you love yourself and you put yourself first. And then you put others with what you have left. This is what I will allow. This is what I will not allow. So don't confuse chaos with clarity. Don't stand firm thinking, I got to be nice, I got to be quiet, I got to make others feel good. The hell with that. No, the hell with that. Now, you don't have to be harsh. Just be honest and be whole. There will always be those who call your firmness or your light arrogance, because they've only been taught that you should be less than or be dressed in compliance. Again, your job is not to soften your truth, but to deliver it with respect, wrapped in dignity, and reinforce it with authenticity. Maybe I needed to hear this again, because this was a lot. Maybe this is why I'm repeating. I had to coach my own self. Just know that release the need to fix what is not yours, whether it's not yours to carry. Let them rot in their dysfunction. Let it all blow up in their face. Don't even try to explain yourself anymore. You are not here to patch every wound or drag others to their own healing. Your light cannot be poured into those who are not determined to stay in light. They want the darkness. Let them stay there. No matter how pure and respectful your intentions are, it cannot do the work another soul refuses to begin. That is not your problem. It is their call and the answer to. Often, the urge to over-explain and to try to play well with others masks our discomfort and exhaustion. And when you release that compulsion to rescue, you begin to rise up. You reclaim the energy meant for your own becoming. Let people walk their path. Let them wrestle with their shadows, their choices, their blindness to accountability. Be a witness, not a savior. Be a witness, not a savior. Elevate yourself. Refuse to sink into chaos, manipulation, bias, and make the decision to rise towards your own peace, minding your business, drink your water, and ignore people who are full of jealousy, envy, and low self-esteem. And let's add low self-worth. It is a sacred rebellion against their drama and distraction. It is progress over pride and over their conflict. And for those of you that are entangled, it's going to drain you. It is the slow erosion of your spirit, and it's going to forfeit you of your power. So when I say elevate, I want you to say you're choosing yourself. You're choosing truth. You're choosing to rise and to grow and to glow. So surround yourself with those who lift you and matches your energy. Gently release those who don't. They'll pull you down if you don't. Walk your path with intention and grace. Speak your truth softly and clearly without one word by walking it out. Let your life reflect the sacredness of your spirit. Be a lighthouse, not for approval, but as a beacon of what it means to be protected in your own peace, your own light, and in your own sacred becoming. Now, I know I say it a lot, and this is a very lengthy message. I know, I get it, but I had to get this out. But this is so important for you to get. This message is different from my other messages. I know it is, but it's necessary and it needs to be said. Now remember, I am your certified professional life and recovery coach, but I am not exempt from growth. Even doctors get sick. Just as a nurturing mother, she needs a hug all the time. She needs a hug too. She's always busy helping others. She needs help. As I grow from my experience, I'm going to share it with you. Okay? Now I want you to know that. But in the meanwhile, I still invite you to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me through my website. I want you to subscribe to my channel, subscribe to my community, and let's work together to create the life you deserve, because freedom, it starts here and it starts with you. Bye-bye.
Are you ready to break free from codependency and reclaim your sense of self? Introducing the Essence of Femininity's 21-day Codependency Recovery Mastery Program starting May 1st, 2024. Led by a certified professional life and recovery coach, this program offers guidance and support to help you navigate the complexities of codependency and foster healthier relationships. But hurry, participation is limited and seats are filling up fast. Don't miss this opportunity to embark on a journey of healing and empowerment. The Essence of Femininity, empowering you to reclaim your authenticity and live a life of freedom. This is the essence of femininity, healing emotion, bold energy, grace in my walk, truth in my voice.